Hello, my name is Blake, and today I'm going to show you the easiest and fastest way to patch a small hole in drywall and get professional results at home. So first, we're going to make a small hole in the drywall that we can fix. If you had a larger hole, such as a fist going through the wall, you could fix that also using the same technique. You would just need to make the patch larger. The kind of patch we'll be making is called a hot patch or butterfly patch. There's different names for it depending on where you are. To cut our patch, I'm going to use a hole saw. This is a kit that I got from Harbor Freight, which goes from 3/4 of an inch up to 5 inches. It was only $15, and you can use this for all kinds of things, so it's really a pretty great investment. What we'll do is we'll pick one that fits our hole, put them up against the wall, and so that's the one that's going to fit our hole the best. Take a sheet of drywall. This is just a small piece that I cut out from a larger sheet. You can buy 2-foot by 2-foot squares at Lowe's, or even pick up scraps at a lot of job sites. Just make sure to ask the workers, because if you don't, that's stealing. Spin this around to the back side to where you see the brown paper, and we'll make sure we want to come away from the edges some, about right there, to allow a couple of inches on each side. And we're just going to drill down, not all the way through. We're just going to get 1/4 of an inch, just enough to really score it there. Now you can see we've got that hole cut in there. We're going to take our utility knife. We're going to cut about the same length away here. Come along that. Do the same thing here. Cut the back side away from the circle. And you don't want to cut all the way through, just deep enough to where you fully get through that brown paper. And the reason we do this is so that we can take this guy, break these pieces, and then we'll peel the drywall with the brown paper off the back of here. Want to get all this drywall off the back here so that it sits nice and smooth. We also want to work these edges here a little bit so that it fits right in our hole perfectly. So now that we've got that as clean as we're going to get it, you can take some scissors and you can trim this up a little bit, round off the edges. Want to make sure that all the edges are clean cut and aren't all roughed up. You want to get this as smooth as possible. So here we have our patch. Because there's not a place to put the pilot drill bit, we're going to use a piece of drywall that we've already cut that has the same size hole in it and center it right over our hole so this fits in here and acts as a guide. So there's our hole. So now that we've got the patch made, we've got the hole that fits the patch, we're going to go ahead and load some mud to our mud pan using a 6-inch knife. You can use a larger knife if you want to, but it's going to be a little cumbersome for you. So we're going to put mud around the hole here. We also want to get it around this inside edge. That's going to help join the two surfaces of the wall and the patch. Now that we've got mud on the wall, including inside of that hole there, we're going to use a wet rag, take our patch, we're just going to wet down this paper around it. This is going to help the two surfaces join together. Now that our patch has been wet down, we're going to just go ahead and stick it in. See that? Fits perfectly. We're going to take our knife again and hold one edge and use the other edge to pull it out, just like this. And continue to just do that all around. And the goal here is to get out all the excess mud under this paper so that we don't have a lump in the wall when we finish it. That's on there, and all we have to do now is float the wall to make it one nice flush surface. Make sure we have fresh mud in our pan. Don't want to use stuff that we just scraped off the wall because it could have sanding dust in there or just be dirty. We're just going to put some layers on here. As you can see, there's a lot of white on the wall. This isn't necessary, but because this wall has some nasty texture, and I didn't want our patch to be the only smooth part of the wall, I went ahead and removed the old texture and skim coated the wall to create a smooth, even surface. This process isn't covered in this video, but visit my channel for videos on removing texture and skim coating walls for a perfect finish, as well as other construction how-tos. This is the last step before we can paint. All I'm doing here is feathering the edges with a light sanding sponge to ensure that there's a smooth transition between the patch and the wall. Once the patch and the surrounding areas are smooth to the touch, you're ready for paint. Before painting, wipe down the wall with a damp rag or sponge to ensure that no dust gets in the final product. Now it's time to see just how great it looks. The paint I'm using is a PPG all-in-one paint and primer. Painting technique is not covered in this video, but visit my channel for professional tips on how to get a great finish. Now that the paint is dried, you can see that the wall looks as good as new. If you follow the steps, you should get the same results at home. If this video was helpful, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And if you'd like to see more construction how-tos, please subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a great day.